You know, I thought I'd be on a week or two hiatus, but I definitely wanted to talk about this topic, especially after playing in Core TCG's Ultimate Cup. No, this video's intent isn't a roast or complain about the BT7 meta, or the delay of BT8, or even discuss the situation with Carta. Please do not discuss Carta in the comments, your comment will be politely removed. This is more to cover another mental health talk that I feel is important. As a content creator, I want to bring you, my viewers, diverse deck profiles, things you may not have considered, and my personal experience with the trading card game. As an empath, I feel both the winner and the loser side of things. And generally, I like everyone to be happy. It's just my thing. But the main message I wanted to cover is, don't be discouraged. So you may have playtested all week in preparation to play against Blue Hybrid, maybe Yellow Hybrid. You had your deck list put together and you submitted everything online. You were ready. You were hyped. You saw your name on the round 1 matchups, and you went to the table and waited. Your opponent finally showed, and the first baby flipped you saw was Bebidomon. This isn't Demi-Meramon, this isn't Kapurimon, this isn't Red Hybrid. Oh shit, it's Jesmon. You haven't played against Jesmon since BT6, or maybe you have. But you play the best you can with the choke game. But game 2, they drop Tai Kamiya early and then have the perfect stack with Mulligans, and turn 3-4, you just lose. What I want to cover is, even though you may have playtested and feel like you covered your bases against the biggest threats of the meta, i.e. Blue Hybrid, there are many variables that will determine your match outcome. Some elements have become more controlled over time, the first being Mulligans and side decks. And having played with Mulligans and side decks, I feel side decks are a great tool that can help offset any weaknesses your decks may be hard countered by. But Mulligans? I like it, and I don't like it. I feel Mulligans need to have a drawback for use. What if my RNG just happens to be better, and I don't have to mulligan? But Mulligans in general can drastically improve your chances of winning, and the choice ultimately rests on you whether you do it or not. I had one game where I opened 2 Emperor Greymons. The problem is I run 3, so by mulliganing I lose 2 blitz potentials for the rest of the game. Honestly, I probably should have mulliganed, but I didn't. But my opponent again got Tai Kamiya out turn 1 and was at Savior Huckmon by turn 3. As for RNG elements, there are 2 major things that can affect your matchups immediately that are for the most part out of your control. Number 1. How you're matched up is one big deciding factor on how you'll do in the tournament, at least for the first couple of rounds. Red Hybrid, I felt comfortable playing against Blue Hybrid, Yellow Hybrid, and hybrids in general. My wife also felt comfortable playing against all the builds that I mentioned. But what did we match up to exactly? Round 1 I went Jesmon, Round 2 I went Jesmon, Round 3 I went Yellow-Purple Hybrid, which even then is a difficult matchup against Red Hybrid if their security is stacked. My wife? She went Round 1 Purple Mirror Eyes Rush. Round 2 she faced a green hybrid deck with Ancient Troymon. And Round 3 she faced Diaboromon. Early rounds will have a lot of diversity. It just becomes the luck of the draw what you play against. I spoke with several other players in the community, including Dan Vang and Tyler Sear from Gaia Force Gaming. Links to their channel in the description below, by the way. Do check it out, and do consider subscribing to their channel. And their first 5 rounds were all hybrid-related decks. Decks that I wish I could have played against. The second factor that can decide whether you win or lose in a match is the dice roll. I'm a huge proponent that for the BT7 format, you want to go second. What do most hybrid decks end with? The Tamer. So if the hybrid deck goes first, they will likely give you 3 or 4 memory their opening turn. For conventional decks like Jesmon that stay in the safety of the Rays, they will use that 4 memory to the fullest of their abilities. Many of my games, my opponents would always pick second if given the opportunity. Ultimately, this video was to discuss that while you may have gone 0-3 or whatever record you had, do not get discouraged about your deck choice and the build of it. There are many variables that are out of your control and you do your best you can at the tournaments. Hopefully you had fun at the Ultimate Cups this weekend, whether it was Carta or Core. I'll be playing in Top Cut this coming weekend as well, and I hope to see some of you there. This is Digi-Panda, logging out.